Hi everyone, my name is Shant, and I am a mental health educator here in Detroit. I have studied trauma for many years now, and I found that although the reaction to trauma is very individualized, there are things we can do as parents to help our children who have experienced a traumatic event firsthand or who has witnessed one. So I hope you hang in there with me for the next 4 sessions as we look at ways to counter the effects of trauma, promote individual and community healing, and foster resiliency within our families. Before we get started, I want to share a little bit about my story and why this topic is so important to me. I grew up in the city of Detroit. Much like your children, I attended public schools, Detroit public schools, from Head Start and graduated from DPS schools in 12th grade. At school, I guess I would have been characterized as either very shy or very bubbly, but always hardworking. I really enjoyed the academics. So depending on where you knew me, if it was from Bunch Elementary School, Miller Middle School, or Martin Luther King High School, I probably showed up in a combination of being shy and bubbly and trying to figure things out. But overall, my experience in DPS schools was very eye-opening and full of experiences that I truly believe shaped me into the woman I am today and the work that I do in the community. My home life was equally full of different experiences that shaped me. I was raised by my dad's sister in a community that was full of poverty, violence, and a lot of despair. It was really tough growing up in a community where you saw some grand scale societal problems within your environment, but also those things in your environment was showing up in your home as well. So I can remember lots of times our family struggling to make ends meet or meeting our basic needs. Now, for years, I never saw the connection between my home and community life and really how I showed up in the world. It wasn't until I got to college and realized that my life was centered around a lot of fears. I feared going out at night. I feared letting people get close to me. I feared not succeeding. It was just a host of fears and anxieties that I had that I did not understand where they were coming from. I just knew that's how I showed up. I often recall times when I turned down opportunities or experiences because I was afraid of the unknown, and because of my abandonment issues, didn't really see myself as someone worthy of those opportunities. I am thankful for the kindness of individuals who saw something in me, wanted to take time to support me and connect me to resources that helped me process the trauma that I have had experienced as a child and how those things were impacting me in my adult life. You see, adverse childhood experiences has a way of impacting young people well into adulthood and can be a source of barrier to overall healing and well-being. And that is why I agreed to partner with the union to share my story and offer tips to parents who are looking for ways to support their child to trauma recovery. That's our goal, that we're able to support our child and help them cope. So now, as a licensed social worker and a certified adolescent trauma professional, I am able to offer tips to parents, easy to follow tips to parents that can help you, or you can share it with others who are looking for information and resources to support their child. Families experience trauma differently. Traumas can be frightening, life-threatening, violent events that can happen to any or all members of a family. Some factors, such as the child's age or the family's culture or ethnicity, play a role in how the family copes and recovers from a traumatic event. Traumas can change families as they try to navigate how to survive and how to adapt to their circumstances and the environment. Now, for some, this adjustment can be smooth, and others, these experiences can cause stress and burdens, and the family can often, or the individual can often feel very alone. And with that, you may see families finding it very difficult to maintain vital family functions. When we think about traumatic stress and how family members respond, we know that can impact family relationships as well. And it can impede on how families function and their overall growth. So I've said a lot about trauma, but let me define it for you. So a trauma is a negative life experience, a series of events, or a set of circumstances that is experienced by an individual as physically or emotionally harmful or threatening, and that event or series of events has a lasting adverse effect on an individual's functioning and their physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. It has been said that our instinct to survive defines our reaction to trauma, regardless of whether we are consciously aware of it. You see, our brain's primary purpose is to keep us safe. So our brain is constantly scanning our environment and taking in those things that we see, we hear, we smell, we taste, we touch, and connecting those to our previous experiences that were similar to that, and telling our bodies how to react. So if we experience a pleasant event and another pleasant event occurred, our brain is saying, oh yeah, I remember when we experienced something similar to that, and that was pleasant for us. So our brain tells us that we're safe. On the other hand, if we experience a frightening event, our brain connects that to a previous situation and tells us, okay, it's time to be put on guard because that was very frightening or threatening to our lives. So this is important for you to know, and I'll talk more about the body-brain connection in the upcoming weeks, but I want you to keep in mind that because we're designed to maintain our safety, all of the reactions that we see in our child after a traumatic event is actually a normal response. So our body is responding in a normal way to those situations that are life-threatening or frightening to us. It's actually the event itself that is abnormal. Our body is doing what it's supposed to do, which is keep us safe.